Good morning, optimists. Today is Tuesday, September 19th, 2023. And my hands are a little dry, so I'm going to grab some lotion real quick. Just got stopped out. Sorry to hear that, Tiny. Tiny's hitting me in the Discord group, actually. If y'all ain't in the Discord group, man, what you doing? Join up in. We'd love to have you. All right. So, I did some stock trading today, but no futures yet. So let's go ahead and dive on into the futures market. Now, I was taking a look at the economic calendar today. You can see we had building permits month over month. Prior was 0.1. Actual is 6.9. I'm assuming this is new building permits. Housing starts down to 1.283. Forecast was 1.4. Prior was 1.47. So that's a pretty big drop in the housing starts. Housing starts month over month, dropping 11%. That's huge. Prior was a positive 2%, and we have no forecast on that. But pretty massive drop in the housing market there, month over month. In housing starts, I should say. We got the 20-year bond coming up in a moment at about 10 o'clock. We've got that. We've got crude coming in at 1:30 p.m. And we've got the international monetary market coming in at 5 o'clock. So the housing starts, though, this one is pretty important. This is a big, important chart, if it even gives me a chart. But we're down 164K units in housing starts. That's really, really important because this is actually very much showing the beginning of the decline of the housing market. And if you've been following real estate, if you've been following the real estate market right now, there are massive amounts of people who are beginning to panic sell because they bought these things at the height of the market. And this is what I was calling back in 2021, 2022. This is exactly what I was calling on many of the other streams that I had visited at that time. And this is exactly what's beginning to happen. We're beginning to see buyers who maybe bought it at $800,000 and they're trying to sell it for, originally we're trying to sell it for like $1 million, and then they had to bump down to $950, then $900, now $850. Now some of them are just like trying to get out break even, or you can see that they've had all these price reductions. They've also tried to rent it several different times, and you can see if you go on the MLS or if you go on Redfin or Zillow, you can see all of the history of them listing those things for rent and then changing the price on sales. You can see it over and over and over, and that is a classic sign of a buyer who is attempting to get out of that thing because they know they made a bad decision. And that's what we're beginning to see over and over and over on the market, in the real estate market right now. And so what I personally see coming down the pipeline, and I don't think this is too difficult of a prediction to make, is that we're going to see a big housing crash begin to happen, but it's not going to be like 2008 where we had this big run up and then everything fell off a cliff. Instead, I think we're going to see a gradual decline over the next few years, where it doesn't necessarily feel like 2008 where it was this big crash. Instead, it's beginning to feel like we're going to see inventory beginning to open up and open up and open up. I recently heard, and I don't know, so I'm not going to make it as like a call, but I had heard that the Fed was becoming more dovish, and so that they were going to look at stalling rates or begin to lower rates. I can't say definitively on that, but that was something that I was hearing through just some YouTube videos and other places around the internet. So we'll see what happens with that. But even if they begin to, there's so many people who are locked into very high price points. Even if they got into it at a cheap rate, that doesn't necessarily mean that it is a cheap buy. And I think that's something that a lot of people never really consider, is when they're looking at they just look at the rate, and the reality of it is that the price that you paid for it also matters, as much as news outlets would have you believe otherwise. So we're getting a little bit of a reversal. I wouldn't call it a full reversal, but we did get a bounce off of 44.74. We bounced up to 79, so it's pretty good pop there. We're hitting 44.80, and that's the only reason why I'm not taking this is because 44.80 is one of those like round numbers. I guess I could have taken that for a little 3 and 3. I'm gonna check this on the 1 minute chart before I just jump in, because 1 minute chart, it actually does not look that great, but we may get a little bit of a reversal here. You can see the TTM is beginning to switch over somewhat to cyan. Not quite there, but it's getting there. We're running into the top of the Bollinger Band at the moment, and so we're here at 44.80. If we do pop here, I would look for rejections along 81.50 or 75 and 83.50. Basically the EMA 35 and the EMA 50 there. So we're getting some sell down now. I'll be looking for this 9, 12, 26 crossover before I take a move here. Although this move here would have been great. That would have been a nice multi-prong move. Big pullback and immediately pop. That looks good. I don't want to take it just yet, although it does look like it's going to do it. We've got the TTM now, cyan at 0.5. We got about 30 seconds left in this candle. I'm going to jump to the 10-second chart because what this is going to do is this is going to give me the opportunity to sort of watch for this crossover here, the 5200 crossover. My TTM didn't load. There it is. And today looks like a day that I want to scalp only. I don't really want to go for big swings, although there is enough volatility to like take some moves, maybe not necessarily like a 3 and 3, but I might start with a 3 and 3. That was a nice bounce. Little 4 ticker. I might start with 3 and 3s today and maybe go from there. If I see a nice setup, I might go for a little bit of a swing, but I don't see one just yet. Running into resistance at 80. And we've got the 50 here at 79.0279, and the 200 there at 81.10. So they're still about $2 apart. This could just like zoosh up here real quick any moment, but you see there's a 9, 12, 26 crossover on the 1 minute side. Getting some pop there. Let's pop up to 80.75. Might get a little bit of a pullback here, down to like 80. So we have the crossover on the 1 minute side for the 9, 12, 26, which typically is a pretty strong move, but at this particular point in time, because we don't have it on the 10-second, I don't trust it just yet. I want to see this on a 10-second chart. Okay, it's looking a little bit stronger now. What's our volume at? Volume was actually kind of low today. I don't feel good about this yet. I'm gonna check in on oil. Oil's dropping some. Oil's all the way up at 91.60, man. It's up $1 today. Oil's just been ripping all month, and to no one's surprise, I made this call back in June, and it's definitely playing out that way, exactly as I called it. And so it's a little frustrating, like when you trade markets, because you can see the market manipulation long before it happens a lot of the time. This is why I wasn't quick to jump in. It's because I could see that this had so much resistance up there at the 80. So really it was like the EMA 35 is like going to be the cap. But really it ended up being the Bollinger Band. And now we're getting some decline here. We may pull back to all the way to like 76 down in the band. It's possible we could go lower, but I think that we'll probably stay in the 76 to 75 area if this drops down. And then we'll get that double bottom and then potentially an op off that. But right now, I don't see any ops for me. Nothing that really fits. Hello, Tiny. Good to see you. 0 for 3. Sorry to hear that. At least you kept your losses small. It's maddening to miss the early entry. You are not wrong. I have felt this 1,000 times. Glad that you got at least one. So let's pull back to 77.25. We're getting a little bounce off that. I guess 77 with the tail, but got a ways to go before this really sets up for a reversal. As far as the 10-second goes, it's getting kind of close. Wow, nice pop. Nice big drop. Decent pop, bigger drop. We're at 78.93 and 79.46, so we have a variance now of about 50 cents. It's a lot closer than $2. So we'll look for a cyan switch here on the TTM and maybe find a long. Obviously, it's very much a bearish day. And so going long, I'm going to have to be very careful. But I typically am looking for long trades, not short trades. I tend to do a lot better with them, so it's one of the reasons why I focus on them. Been kind of going back and forth in this account. It's only up about 90 bucks, so nothing to write home about. But down here at about 78. And that pop up there was the 79.75. 2 TMs at 0.2 on the 10-second. $78.66 and $79.20. So 50 dropped a lot. 48 cents part. Still about 48 cents. TTM's almost flat. Continue decline. Like I said, it could drop to about 77 to like 75 area, and then that would be closer to like a double bottom, and then we may get a bounce off that. Right now, nothing amazing to really look at. Oil is also dropping at this particular point in time, so oil on the 10 second, I like taking the 5200 cross. It's like super accurate. You see, like, the entry would have been here, and if you were just running as a bot, the entry would have been here, the exit would have been here, or of course you could enter here and then have it go so many points and take the profit. Here's 76, so we should be hit like a double bottom now. Yeah, there you are. You can see it. Let's hit the shapes. Boop, boop. 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 There we go. Got a little double bottom action going on. Bottom of the day is at 44.74, so it was on this candle here, where it bounced pretty heavily off of 74 all the way back up to 77. So it's a big 12 ticker. Currently, no trades for me. I haven't found anything that fits, so just chilling. Long at 44.82. What's significant about 82? Just the fact that it's actually breaking the zone. I guess 82 would actually be above the 50 EMA, so that would actually make sense. We're back at the bottom of the band there. Wow, this is like a sit and wait kind of day for me. Obviously, with that bad report coming out about housing, that certainly is not going to make things more. I don't know how to get rid of this. I can't get rid of this. Okay, well, it just lives here for now. It's just going to live forever. I'll just throw it over here because I don't want it in the way. Wired in an ellipse, baby. So let's hit all the way down to about 74, 75 area. And we're nowhere near a reversal at this particular point in time. Look again in like 10 minutes. You see, we actually diverged even further. So now, difference is 76.71 versus 78.10. It's still about 40. No, it's over $1. Like $1.40 difference. I get a little bounce right here. I feel like I'm trying to find the tiniest little bounces, like trying to find the margins or whatever. And that was a tiny little bounce, but
order filled.
Taking a long here off 76.25. I'm looking for a bounce up to 77. And we pull back 3 ticks. Ooh. And I'm going to have to cut that. Do we have it out? Hands over the cover button, ready to cut this. Should have waited for the full pull. Lowering my sell order, just be a single tick. I might just cut it right here. We'll just get a little quick bounce, please. That'd be nice. Yeah, I'm gonna cut that.
Order filled.
Loss of 187.50, so that puts me down $200 in the day. I don't even know if I want to keep going. Frankly, I mean, just like the fact that this is just struggling so hard today to move anywhere. Glad I cut that. Look at that. Wow. Man. Should have gone short off of it. Massive dump. Wow, it's 4,800 contracts in 10 seconds. Crazy. I'm glad I cut that, but it is what it is. $200 loss. Right down to that previous close. Yeah, man, I should have shorted that. Like, honestly, I should have just been like, yeah, you know, it kind of looks like a drop, and just shorted that. But dude, what a massive drop. I mean, this dropped down. I exited at 75, so I lost 5 ticks on that. But that thing ripped all the way down 20 points. It's 4,800 contracts right there. That was massive. In 10 seconds, 4,800 contracts. That's a lot. And if we look at this on the volume chart in the 1 minute, I mean, that was like 9,300 contracts. Continuing to make new lows. ES is now down almost 1% on the day. That's the only trade I took today. I'm really grateful I cut it, but damn. I knew I needed to be super careful going long today. So. Just not really a whole lot of ops for me. I think I might watch oil. I don't love trading oil because I don't like the movement that much, but it is a lot more predictable a lot of the time. There's a pretty big bounce there on oil just now. Just bounced off 50 all the way up to 70. It's 15 point or 15 tick bounce. It's a pretty big bounce. Might get a 10-second move here on oil. Look for a 7-tick move. I need to see a pullback though, or at least I'd like to. Like to see a pullback to like 65. About like 6-7 tick down. I might trade oil. ES looks crappy. ES looks kind of shady today. I don't love it when it's like that. Kind of missed this move though, unfortunately. It just happened to rip before the cross. Quite a lot, actually. TTM's at 0.064, so it's not particularly strong necessarily, but there is a 9-12-26 crossover. We are above the 50 moving average. We're above the Bollinger Band. I really would like to see a pullback to like 68 though on oil. There's 68. Switch to this 10-second.
Order filled.
I'm in oil long at 69. I'm looking to get out of 76. But we did run into resistance here at 74, so which is actually like right on VWAP. It's pulling down slightly, but we're gonna look for this crossover here. There's a big pop up. It has 74.
Order
There's
filled.
76 and a continued rippage. So we did make our money back on. We made that loss back and then a little bit extra. So we are technically green on the day. Just barely, about $3. Nothing major, but we did make that money back. So this popped all the way up to 79. And oil's looking nice and strong now. Kind of wish I grabbed that move just now. You can see a little pullback here, maybe to like this 9 EMA to like 76. I should check to see the high of the oil today. See where this hit resistance up here at 92, like exactly. Let's get back to this 10-second chart. Some pullback right there. And join the bid.
Order filled.
In long off 76.
Order filled.
Out at 81. Took a 5-ticker on that. And that puts us up 143.46 today. Oil looking a lot easier to trade. Just these 9 EMA bounces are super accurate on oil a lot of the time. So I don't know how far I want to push this though. I'm green on the day. I might just leave it at that. Green 143.46. The day looks choppy. The housing market thing is definitely a damper on the day. So down we go. Thank you. I appreciate that. Nice job there. You put in an OCO entry of 4482. Um, oil dropping a little bit. I'm gonna take a look at the ES and see what's up with it. It dropped all the way down to 68.50 and popped back up to 73. ES is shady today, man. I ain't trying to mess with this. Like this looks really challenging to me today. Just, I guess it's not like overly challenging. I mean, it's not like the worst I've ever seen it, but it's also not my style or strat. So I did better on oil. I think today I should walk away just because I don't really feel like I've got what I need in order to trade the best I possibly could today. There is a flag here on oil. You can see this little wedge. TTM at 0.15. When this thing actually topped, where did it hit? 0.2. That's really not much. I guess it doesn't take much to move oil, but there was a nice bounce there. Really nice bounce, all the way up from about 10 tick bounce. But yeah, I'm gonna walk away with my tiny little green. I'm happy to be green. It looks like a sketchy day, so I'm gonna take that into account, and I'm gonna manage my risk by taking a little bit of green. Currently, this account that I've been going back and forth on for a week now is up $233.36. Trade report on the day. We've got 4 trades, 18 contracts, 3 in, 3 out here, 6 in, 6 out. Yeah, I don't know. 75% accuracy today. 1 loss, 3 wins. All oil. Largest win was 210. And yeah, pretty grateful that we switched over to oil though, which is still popping. 91.82s. So, whoops, what did I just do? I just popped this out onto its own thing. That's weird. All right, and with that, I'm gonna walk away and just keep it green, even if it's not as big as I'd like. But it is what it is. $150 is I'm good with that. So, all right, y'all. I'm gonna jump over to the Discord community. Much love and appreciation. I very much appreciate y'all being here, and thank you very much again to our new subscribers. We did grow quite a lot over the last couple of days. So yeah, about 15 subscribers or so that we added. So thank you all. Happy to have you here, and we'll see you in the Discord community. Peace.